Hey guys, so I promised you that I would be showing you the different cutting techniques, and here I am today doing just that. But before we start with that, I really quickly just wanted to show you on video how to carry your knife. So I'm going to be using my dominant hand, which is my right hand. It's the hand I use the most. And I'm going to pick up my knife. I have my ring finger, my middle finger, and my pinky curled on the handle. My index finger and my thumb are going to tightly pinch the blade where the handle and the blade meet. So just like that, and I get a strong, solid grip on my knife. So with my other hand, what I'm going to do is like a claw, and I just want to lie it flat on my cutting board. So the first cut I want to do is the chop, and I'm going to do that on an onion. I have an onion here. I just sliced it in half. I keep the root end, but what I want to do is take off this top end. So I'm going to do the claw, hold my onion tightly on the cutting board so it doesn't move away. And then I'm just going to slice this guy off. And that way, it's going to make it easier for me to peel, and it's going to make it easier for me to chop. The reason onions make you cry is the gases that are released when you cut somewhere near the root. So I'm going to try to stay away from the root as much as I can. So now I've peeled my onion here. And then what I want to do is I'm going to lie it again flat. And some people don't do this step, but I like to. I like to actually make a horizontal cut through the onion right here. So again, claw, carry your onion, just hold it tightly, be very careful. I'm going to make a horizontal cut. I'm not going to go all the way to the root. I want to stay about 3/4 of an inch away from the root. So just claw and make your horizontal cut. And just a bit more should be, there we go. So now I've got a nice horizontal cut, and now I want to make vertical cuts. Again, I want to stay away 3/4 of an inch from the root, because if I go to the root, what's going to happen is everything's going to go all crazy. So again, claw, and I'm going to make vertical cuts through my onion. And you can space them out as much as you want, depending on if you're making it medium dice, a large dice, or small dice, or chop. Again, so now I've got the horizontal cut, I've got vertical cuts all the way, again, 3/4 of an inch from the root. I don't want to go too close to the root, otherwise I'm going to cry a lot, and I'm going to run the risk of cutting through the root and just going to mess up everything. So now I've got my cuts. What I'm going to do is do the claw again, and I'm going to chop. So just like this, you chopped an onion, or half an onion, but you did the first cut, which is the chop. And just so you can see, the cuts are all the same. It's very important to make your cuts the same, because you know they cook evenly, it looks better, but most importantly they cook evenly. Otherwise, if you have like smaller cuts and larger cuts, some are going to burn, some are going to be raw, so it's really important to get your knife cuts to sort of be the same. The second cutting technique I want to show you guys is called a julienne, and basically it's just French for thin matchsticks. And I'm going to do that with a baby carrot. Now, baby carrots are cylinders, so they roll around the cutting board, which is really dangerous, especially when you're using a knife. So again, I'm going to do a cut just of lengthwise to lie it flat on my cutting board. I'm going to keep this on the side, and then I'm going to lie it flat just like that, and I'm going to make long slices just like this with my claw and my proper way to carry the knife. And I'm just going to do one for an example, and again, just long slices through your long slice. There you go, thin matchsticks. So that's cut number 2, a julienne. And these are really good for salads, for slaws, stir fries, you know, because they're thin and they're crispy and fresh. So that's the second cutting technique. And the last cutting technique is done with leaves. And here I have radish leaves. You can do this with spinach, basil, mint, most other leaves, you know, herbs or whatever. So what you do is you want to layer your leaves with the largest on the bottom. I think this one is a bit bigger, so I'm going to layer them just like that, and the smaller ones obviously go on top. And then once you're done, you want to roll it into a cigar shape and lie it flat on your cutting board. And then with your knife, you want to do this. You don't want to do this. You don't want to tap your knife up and down. You don't want that. You want to do a sawing motion, and you just move your leaves as you make cuts. That way, you don't hurt yourself, and you don't make as much noise, and you know, that's just the way to do it. You don't have to do it too fast. Obviously, with practice, you get better, but that's just the way you should do it. So, I'm going to start just like that. And that is a chiffonade. I've got nice ribbons of radish leaves. Again, you can do this with spinach or any other leaf, but so that's a chiffonade. It's just basically ribbons. So these are the 3 different cuts we did today. The first was a chop, which we did with an onion. The second was the julienne, which we did with the carrots. And the third was a chiffonade, which we did with the radish leaves. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you learned a lot from the video today, and I'll see you next time.